Good evening. This is Gemma McAllister and Marcus Witherspoon with Asirvia, and we are here representing Asirvia. And tonight we are talking about the Asirvia Go and exposures and how it works. Now, first, Marcus is going to talk about the technical side of the exposures and how it actually hits your phone and how it transmits. And I'll go over how it looks on your phone and what it does when it counts and what it looks like when you get an exposure. So Marcus?
Hey, Gemma, I'm glad to be here with everybody. Hi, how you doing out there? I love computers. I'm a technical services kind of guy, and I love computers because they're very reliable. You can depend on them to do exactly what they're programmed to do. And in order for a computer, what controls your Asirvia Go device, to count an exposure or a click, something very specific has to happen. And I'm going to tell you about it right now. First thing that happens in this process, as determined by Google because they designed the technology, a beacon sends out information. It does not receive information, it sends it out. 10 times a second, it sends out that beacon information, that 40-character message and clickable web link. That shows up on Android phones that have their Bluetooth and location enabled. And it shows as a nearby notification. Now, it can show up on 10 phones or 10,000 phones or 100,000 phones, depending on how many people are within 100 yards of you. It doesn't count how many phones it shows up on. On any of those phones, when they touch the notification and go through to the web link, the server, the computer, counts that as one exposure. Now, it can show on 100,000 phones, but if only one person hits the notification, only one count. That's why we know exactly how many sets of eyes go onto your website on a daily basis. Now, if your Go Plus ad is somewhere else, saved to an Android wallet, saved to an Apple Pay wallet, shared on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any one of a number of other platforms that Gemma is going to go into, and they click that More Info button, and they're taken through the server to that destination website, that counts again as another exposure that did not go through a telephone specifically, but it went through your Go Plus ad and went to the destination URL. When the server performs that function, it counts as an exposure. Gemma?
All right, thank you so much, Marcus, for explaining that technical side of what an exposure is. So a lot of people were confused when having an exposure explained or trying to figure out what an exposure was, because what a lot of people were confused about was why we were told coming up with a compelling message was important. Now, the reason why you want to have a compelling message is because in your notification section, I have an iPad, and you are going to, this does work on Androids naturally because it is a Google product, but you are going to be able to have this work on every single product coming in February, by the way, which is super exciting. But as of now, we have to download the physical web app, which is not a problem. It's a totally free app, very easy to do. I mean, I love it. So it is actually, let me see where it is, because I have so many apps on here.
That's a lot of apps you got there, Gemma.
I do. Oh, it's probably in the front, actually. If I like, actually, I'll just look it up because there it is. Okay, so this is what the physical web looks like. It's kind of like a little diamond, if you guys can see that. It's a little blue diamond with a little kind of a half halo around it, and it says physical web. Okay, now if you download that, even if you have an Android iPhone. You can see any company's Bluetooth. Now, keep in mind, big box retailers have been doing this for the last 5-6 years. So this is not new technology, but this has been available for small to medium businesses. So we're super excited because we don't have to pay their prices. So I've installed this into my widgets, which is basically in this area here. Now, this is my compelling message, which is click here if you want free coffee. Now, I have my Go with me, but the cool thing is I can switch my message to my Go that's actually in an area that is in another location, and it updates instantly. So the other Goes that I have, I can put this link and it transmits instantly to the other ones. So it doesn't have to be with me wherever I am, which is really cool. So this is considered a exposure, or an exposure right there. Okay. So what this is going to do, I'm going to show you. That's taking me to the page. Okay. And it is giving me technical difficulties here.
Well, that wasn't exposure. It took you
It
to a
was
web
an
page.
exposure. And so there's lots of different links that you can give it. Hang on, I've got lots of different things here. Okay, so I have it hooked to a landing page. Okay, so basically where they can fill out information, where all it says is more details. You know, you can basically, it's, you know, free small black coffee. They put their name, their email, and their phone number, and then they click to enter their info. So then I can call them, and they know that I'm not going to be meeting them at some strange place. So I just want to share really quickly with you the type of exposures that I've been getting. I want to share my screen with you really quickly, okay? Now, this is going to be pretty crazy. Check this out. One of my devices, number 3, on the 23rd, can you guys see this?
Yes.
1916. That one has not been on me. The one that's been on me is number 1, 312. The one that is brown has been in a church, and you can continuously switch this. So I have quite high exposures. So depending on your message, I mean, obviously this is enormous that you can see the line, but this is every single time someone either clicks your message, shares your message, or you know, does something. So it's a lot of really cool stuff. You're exposing your advertisement. It doesn't do the sales for you. So it's your job to do the sales, but it does get your advertisement and your business more exposure. So that's the cool thing.
Well, Gemma, I got to say, with as many hits as you were getting, I'm glad you weren't paying $1 a click to Facebook, because at the end of the day, that's a bill for $1,800.
Not at all. Not at all.
So your Asirvia Go for 1,800 clicks in one day. What's the cost? Is it like $10, $15 a day to get that kind of exposure?
Oh, I could have 8 of these for $99 a month.
A month?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an incredible value.
Yeah, and they run 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
And they never call in sick. They
Nope,
never complain.
nope, they don't. They don't have to have health insurance and the battery.
That's expensive. Yes.
Then it's a tax write-off. It's marketing for your business.
Hmm.
So you can write these off on your taxes. Now, actually, did we talk about the Forbes
Yes.
article?
You mentioned that this would be required advertising by 2018, as reported by Forbes magazine. They had an article on December 12th of 2017. So it's very important that we stay current with the times and offer the newest technologies to business owners so that they're in compliance with what's coming on down the road. Excellent. Thank you very much for inviting me here, Gemma. You have a great day.
Thank you guys for coming on. Now, keep an eye out for more updates. You guys are going to want to keep an eye out because we're going to have a lot more information, okay? I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon.